Hello everyone. Welcome back to English grammar class children. So today's date is August 5, 2020 and it is Wednesday today. Okay dear children. So in recap we shall see the pronouns that we did in live class. Okay. The possessive pronoun, the personal pronoun, demonstrative pronoun and interrogative pronouns. Okay dear children, and I'll explain you today finite and non-finite verbs because we have to do exercise in our book Honeydew, page number 31 and 32. So in assignment 2 you have to revise page 31 and 32. So let's see the summary. It is important to learn these two types of verbs, the finite verbs and non-finite verbs, as their application is different in English. So, let's see how these verbs are different to each other and how they are used in English. So, children, you have learnt noun, pronoun, and today we will learn about verbs. So action or something performed, task performed by the subject is known as verb. Verb means to do something, any action or any work. Okay dear children? So majorly there are two types of verbs, the finite verbs and non-finite verbs. So in the previous class, I have told you what are non-finite verbs. Do you remember children? The gerund, participle and to infinitive. Yes, these are non-finite verbs. So let's see with this diagram, okay, what are finite verbs and what are non-finite verbs. Finite verb is a verb that is limited by the number, because it shows tense. Okay dear children, so in various tenses how a verb is used for singular and plural. So singular, plural are what? Numbers. Okay, here when in present simple tense we are making any negative sentence, we use does not. Okay, but when the subject is plural we say do not or don't. Okay, in present continuous we say Raman is going to market. But if I'm talking about the plural numbers, then we say we are going to market. Okay, so it is limited by the number. Understood dear children? By the person or anything. Now these numbers work as the subject. Okay, according to the subject in a sentence the verb is used. Okay, now next is it is determined by the tense also. So all these points make limitations for a finite verb. Okay, but there is nothing such like that with these non-finite verb. A verb that is not limited by the number, the person of its subject or the tense is called non-finite verb. Now let's see examples of finite verbs. These are finite verbs here. They play football. Okay, with they it is play. But if my subject over here is singular, she, then what it will be? Plays. So this plays, s or es added to this verb, is determined by what? The subject of the verb. Okay, you know what is the subject. He, see the second sentence, plays football. You are playing football. You, plural. She is playing football. She was playing football. We were playing football. So the verb, okay, is finite verb over here. Now each verb has its subject. If you observe in these sentences, The verb form depends on its subject, okay, which verb is to be used. Each verb is limited by number, person of the subject and its tense, okay. In present simple tense, different verb. In past it is different. In present continuous it is different. In present perfect tense it is different, or in past tense it is different. So we have to determine all these things with finite verb. Finite verb means those which are determined by tense, okay, which show us the tense. Understood, dear children? Now see examples of non-finite verbs. They like to play football. This like is a finite verb, okay, because this shows the tense, like present simple tense. To play, so to play is here infinitive, to infinitive, 2 plus v1, but this doesn't show the tense. This can be used in past tense also. He liked to play football, okay. She is playing football. This is a finite verb, okay. They have always liked to play footballs. Now children, you must know that there are 3 types of non-finite verbs. Okay, dear children. One is gerund, the another is participle, the present participle, as well as the past participle, okay. So, and one is to infinitive. So 3 types of non-finite verb. We will talk about them more in detail, okay, dear children. So we have an exercise to do in our book. So let's do first of all that exercise. Okay, dear children. So children, come to page number 31 and take your pencils in your hands. Okay, we have to fill in the blanks in the sentences below. The verbs are given and we have to fill in the answers. Okay, somewhere we have to fill gerund and non-finite verbs. Okay. Yes, the earth trembled, but not many people felt the trembling. Okay, gerund. Gerund is what? Verbal noun. So this trembling is verbal noun. It is having ing. Swimming is a good exercise. So swimming, gerund. Okay, verbal noun, VN. Understood? What is gerund? V and it is a verb but acts as a noun. So it is verbal noun. Write down. When the zoo was flooded, there was a lot of, confuse is a verb but confusion. What it will be? Confusion. Okay. Next, third, we heard with relief. 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 Okay, noun. Relief is verb, relief is noun. The zookeeper was stuck in a tree and his rescue. Both rescues can be used as verb or noun, okay. Rescue was filmed by the TV crew. Next, there was much excitement, okay, abstract noun, okay, in the village when the snake charmer came visiting. So take a screenshot to do this exercise. Write correct spelling, okay. Somewhere it has been used as an abstract noun and somewhere as gerund. Okay, dear children. Children, before doing the next exercise, let's go for the active and passive voice. Okay, dear children? Yes, we have already done in the previous class this exercise too. So, what is an active sentence? An active sentence is when the subject does something. Okay, subject is active there. And the passive voice is when the focus is on the action. Okay, dear children, like we have example over here. Ram killed Ravan. Okay, so Ram is subject. Okay, but in passive sentence, see, Ravan was killed by Ram. Okay, so here the focus is on what? Yes, the focus is on the action was killed. Understood, dear children? Now, how to change from active to passive? Look at these statements. Ram killed Ravan. Ram is subject, killed is verb, and Ravan is object. So, Ravan was killed by Ram. Ram killed Ravan and Ravan was. This is object. Okay. This Ravana is object and Ram is subject. So, the object comes first, then we have verb, okay, and then by, and the subject comes at the last. Okay, dear children, so different kinds of tense have different structure for active and passive voice. Look at the examples. She helps him. He is helped by her. Him changes to, yes, him changes to what? Yes, he, like we learned yesterday pronouns, how to change pronoun. Okay, vice versa. He changes to him, so him can be changed to he. He is helped by her and she changes to her. Okay, I'm buying a pen. A pen is being bought by me. He has to teach us. We have to be taught by him. Someone is following us. Now see, someone. Okay, not certain who is that. So we can omit such kind of objects. Children, please note down this. This is the structure for active sentence, and below it is the structure for passive sentences. Okay, dear children, object plus be. Be means is, am, are, was, were according to the tense of the sentence. Third form always, this is called past participle. The third form is called past participle. Okay, and then at last by and subject. So this is the basic formation for active to passive voice sentences. Okay, dear children, and I'll teach you this topic again, okay, when we will do exercise in notebook. So to do exercise in book, only we have revised for a while. Okay, dear children, now come to page 32 to do the exercise. Children, look at question number 3. Say whether the following sentences are in the active or the passive voice. You have to write A for active and P for passive. Can you see, dear children? Yes. Write A or P after each sentence as shown in the first sentence. Someone stole my bicycle. Okay. So this is active voice. Okay. The tires were deflated by the traffic police. Were deflated and by the police. So this shows this is passive voice. So write P over here. P. Okay, dear children. I found it last night in a ditch near my house. I found it. Simple past tense. Okay. No by, no past participle, neither the object has taken the subject place. Okay, I is the doer here, so please mark A again. Okay, this is active. Yes, first sentence was active, second was passive, third sentence active. Okay, dear children, so write A here. Yes, this was passive. It had been thrown there. It had been thrown there. What is it? Yes, this is passive voice. Okay, The object was unknown, that's why. My father gave it to the mechanic. Yes, active sentence. Okay. Next, the mechanic repaired it for me. Again, active sentence. Okay, dear children, clear? So, do this exercise with pencil in your book. You can take a screenshot if you want. Okay, dear children, take care. Bye-bye.